The people there are very nice. Sunglasses cover up their eyes, so you won't see them telling lies in Malibu. Come with me to Shangri-La. We'll catch a falling movie star. For nothing there is what it seems. Beside the sea of broken dreams in Malibu. Me and you, we will see the beautiful people playing at love, faking it. We could easily be the two lucky people in Malibu, saying I love you and making it. It's not far to Wonderland. We'll build a castle made of sand and spend a summer, you and I, where summers never die. We'll never ever say goodbye,
Sure, I can submit your offer, but I know they'll turn you down.
Well, it's just a lot of wasted effort, that's all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's right.
Hi, can I help you?
What do you got in mind?
Well, I know that anything can happen.
Frequently does.
Look, why don't I just get back to you, all right? Okay, bye.
Hi.
Hi.
Dee Stauffer.
Ah, with you in a minute. Enjoy. Yes, Dee. Yeah, it wasn't bad, was it? Except that Honeycutt talked too much, as usual.
Well, your guess is as good as mine. I think his company's testing a new product or something. Well, I know because he's paying a pretty high rent. He's got to be pretty high up. I'll talk to you later, Dee. What can I do for you?
Ask yourself not what you can do for me, but what I am going to do for you.
For instance?
J.R. Pomerantz.
Investments. That's short and sweet. What kind of investments?
You name it. There are all kinds of untapped goodies in the world. Uranium deposits in Brooklyn, gold mines in Podunk. The secret is knowing where to look. Think of me as your seeing eye dog.
Why?
Why? Why? That hated word, why. Do you know how many problems that question has caused?
How do I know why? The moment I walked in that door and I looked at you, I knew.
Not bad.
Not bad. I'm great. We'll have many seething and sultry sessions. But first, I need a house. Which one of these overpriced shacks would you recommend?
Well, if you ask me which, I've got to ask you how much.
Prices bore me. Don't they bore you? I suggest you unchain yourself from that desk long enough to show me what you have.
Well, won't you give me a little clue on how much you want to spend? 500,000, 6, a million?
$1 million? Now, that's a beautiful sound on your lips. We'll go in my car.
Well, I may just have something that interests you.
Feel free to show me everything you've got. Aren't you impressed?
By what? Oh, yes, it's very nice.
Nice. Do you have any idea what a car like this costs?
I know you can rent them in Beverly Hills for $100 a day.
Rent? Only a complete phony would rent an expensive car like this just to make an impression.
P-U-O-S. A-E-P. Charlie?
What?
Charlie, it's clear with my left eye. My eyes are different, Charlie. Do they look different?
They're perfect, exactly alike.
Are you sure?
They're both perfect. Everything you got two of is perfect.
That's cute, Charlie. My ankles, my knees. I've got 2 hips.
Getting warmer.
My ears, my nostrils.
You just blew it.
Charlie, why do you read those things every day?
They're the trades.
So?
I'm in the movie business. I gotta know what's going on in the business, don't I?
Well, how can you be in the business without knowing what's going on in the business?
Never mind. Eat some beef stew.
Just had a hamburger.
I'd say something appropriate.
140.
I know what the score is. Thank you.
Still your sir.
Charlie?
In a minute.
How you doing, Wilson? Wilson. Charlie Wiggum. We met in the commissary at Fox.
Oh, really? How are you?
Good, good. I was going to call you, but I thought, well, in as much as we're practically neighbors, I'm bound to bump into you.
Ma'am, have you got that yet?
I'll see.
Waiting for a prescription. Nothing serious, I hope.
It's a sunscreen. My doctor makes a special formula.
Oh, good, good, because this son make it look like Lon Chaney after he was dead 10 years. Listen, Wilson, it's okay if I call you Wilson.
All my close friends do.
What I started to say, Mr. Mahoney, is that I have this new script. It's great. I'm not a guy who uses superlatives. Great for me is like stupendous, out of this world from anybody else. So I was wondering if you had some reading time.
Very little.
Sorry it took so long, Mr. Mahoney.
Oh, thank you, dear.
It's a quick read. Nobody's seen it yet. I wanted you to have first look, you know, because obvious reasons.
Charter.
I tell you, I'll have it sent over to the office by messenger. Better yet, I'll have it dropped off at the house. You can't miss it. It's got a fuchsia cover. Pale Moon Rising. You like the title?
Not as much as I like Gone with the Wind.
I'll send it over today. What did he get? Male hormones. I thought so.
You just go with it, you know? You go for what's valid.
Yeah.
That seat is taken.
See you, dollface.
Bye.
Stay away from those bumps, you hear me?
They ain't bumps, Charlie. Shreds and patches top the charts.
They are bums. Plus, they're phonies.
I like their music.
I'm not talking about their music. What about their words? We gotta love each other or die. We gotta play each other's heartstrings. The log cabin life is the good life. That house they got up on the hill, that's some log cabin. It's $3 million at least. And the jeans, a little worn in the seat, faded the cuffs, custom made, Rodeo Drive, $250 a pair at least.
Sensational. Do you know what store, Charlie? But don't worry. I told you, only one pair. I'm gonna economize.
You better finish that milkshake.
Stephen Irma Carey built this back in the late 1920s. It's one of the largest homes in the colony. He used to be a big movie director in the silent days.
What are they asking for this place?
$3 million?
Anybody tell you you're a great comedian?
Now, one of the problems is that Carey left a very badly written will, and the heirs are fighting amongst themselves. So, naturally, any offer will have to go through 20 lawyers, and takes a lot of time.
I'll offer, $750.
They'll never go for that.
That's what you say. I say you're wrong.
Well, why don't you let me know where I can get in touch with you?
Right here.
Here?
I'll rent the place while they're arguing over my offer. $3,000 a month?
$8,500.
Not worth quibbling about.
I'd still like to know what exactly you do.
Well, the fancy word is investments. Translated means I'm devoted to making everyone but you and me poor but wiser. Bedroom?
Oh, yes. Anyone ever tell you you don't exactly inspire confidence?
Never. Now, I assume you understand how long it takes to transfer money from a Bahamas bank.
No? How long?
Well, just don't deposit this before next Wednesday.
Oh.
I'll rent some furniture and I'll move in tomorrow. And if this ceiling doesn't take a mirror, the whole deal's off.
Mrs. Harvey, I'm sorry to keep you waiting. I'm Billy Farnsworth.
It's nice to meet you, and it's okay. My husband isn't here yet.
Have I brought the right key for a change? Voila.
Start?
You hit it lucky. Summer rentals are usually gone by Christmas. But the couple who rented this decided they couldn't stand the sight of each other anymore. Where are you from?
Oh, Wisconsin.
Oshkosh?
No, Milwaukee.
Oh, it's really the pits, isn't it? I bet you're wondering how I've got the nerve to say it's $4,000 a month, huh?
Something like that.
That's what you're paying for, honey. Just listen to that surf. 2 months of that beats 2 years of therapy. You ever been in therapy?
No.
Well, then take my word for it. Just the two of you, no kids?
Oh, 2, but they're in camp for the summer.
Just as well. You'll have a better time without them.
Maybe.
It's going to be a great summer. Lots of interesting people, great vibes.
Is this part separate from the colony?
Yeah, like $3,000 a month separate. So you get along without the private beach. It's the same sun, same beach, same ambiance. That's what Malibu is all about. Ambiance.
Yes. Everyone's heard about the ambience, even in Milwaukee.
I'm not selling, honey. Getting rid of this dog's no problem. I got a hunch it's right for you.
You know, I just don't know what I'd do here all day.
A little bit of boredom goes with the territory. But you'll find compensations. Meanwhile, what'll your husband be doing all day?
His company is field testing a new product here.
Oh, big company?
Big enough.
And how does he feel about ambiance?
Hello? Hi, Stan Hardy.
Welcome to Malibu.
Thank you very much. Tell me, is the Pacific Coast Highway always this jammed?
Nope, gets much worse after 6 o'clock.
Worse than this? Well, what should I plan for? An hour and a half? What?
It's worth it.
Miss Farnsworth says we're lucky to get it.
The view's sensational.
Wait until you see the bedrooms.
And the wash basin's chipped. And the plumbing register's 3.5 on the Richter scale, and you are still lucky to get it.
You mean you don't have anything else?
Not at this price.
Who said anything about price?
Well, if you're a big spender and you want something in the colony.
What did you have in mind?
Don't see how we get on so many of these mailing lists.
I'm not finished, Leonie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Wharton.
You clear the table after I leave.
Yes, sir. Tom?
Hmm?
Can we talk for a minute?
About what?
Whales.
Whales?
Mm-hmm.
The endangered species of the week?
I'm serious, Tom. They are marvelous creatures, and they deserve to be saved.
Yes, I read Moby Dick, too.
Well, they're being butchered. And at the present rate of kill, the blue whale could become extinct, and our organization wants to prevent that.
What do you want, Mary?
Well, our organization wants to curtail the deep-sea fishing rights.
No, I don't care about your organization. I want to know, what do you want?
Well, you know so many people in Washington, and I thought maybe if it's just a matter of a phone call or two.
All right, done. That's what you want. We'll have all of those big fish swimming around in the ocean, spewing and mating, and all because of you. Will that make you happy?
Yes.
Good.
Kitchen's in there. And the bedroom's downstairs.
Well, I wanted to look at the kitchen some more.
It's $20,000 for the whole season, right?
Right.
Which is from tomorrow until Labor Day weekend, right?
You got it.
Stan, I think we should talk it over.
Why not? Sleep on it if you like. Except I do have to show it first thing in the morning.
No, I think we can talk about it now. Excuse us?
Sure.
Stan, this is crazy.
Let's just talk about it.
There's nothing to talk about. We can't afford $7,000 a month, plus everything that goes up with it.
What about a trip to China? Or safari to Africa? People in our income bracket do that kind of thing all the time.
Stan, the firm's giving you $2,500 a month housing expenses. $2,500 means Pacoima, not Malibu.
Now, wait a minute. That other place was $4,000 a month, right? And it was a dump, right? And we would have taken it anyway, right? So what we're talking about is an additional $8,000 for the whole summer.
Which we can find a lot better uses for.
Maybe. Look at that, will you? You can't tell me that a whole summer here wouldn't be a hell of a lot more fun than chasing a lion with a camera.
No.
Oh, doll, it's been so long since we had any fun.
Thanks.
I'm not talking about pleasure or satisfaction. I'm talking about fun. Doing crazy, irresponsible things just because we felt like it.
But this place is for the rich. The very rich and the very successful.
So, faking it can be fun, too.
Stan.
All right, now look, we're not going to agree to take it unless you want to take it. We won't. I'm not going to take it. Of course, I may take my life. And I may get drunk and beat you, but... No, all right, all right. You call it. Yes or no? Please. Oh, come on, doll. Please. Just this once.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Reached a verdict yet?
Was that Clint Redmond or his double?
Clint? He'd be your next-door neighbor. Don't worry about him. He's a very easy guy, very private. Just my luck, right? One thing you should understand about the colony is that there's no upmanship. Nobody here puts on any airs. A movie star here is like a CPA in Oshkosh.
My CPA is fat and bald.
So what's the decision? You want it or not?
It's up to you. It's all up to you.
Well, if it's good enough for Clint Redmond, yes.
You got my personal guarantee. You're not going to regret this. You are going to have the time of your lives. Bunnell, he's our club pro. However you play, he'll help you play better.
I saw him play once on television.
Yes, Forest Hills against Roswell.
That's right. He took him to 5 sets.
You've got a good memory. It's a long time ago. He's in great shape, isn't he?
All right. Lesson's over. Your shots are getting better.
Thank you. Well, how come my last husband's still alive?
Need I ask who won?
Don't ask. Tennis court is his territory. However, in a divorce court, I would kill him.
Linda Harvey, Dee Stauffer.
Hi.
Art Bunnell. How do you do?
Well, I think I'll go shower and shop. I'll see you at the party.
What party?
Mine. I always throw a real big one when the decree becomes final.
Meanwhile, you'll see Linda and meet her husband at my house Thursday night. Oh, and Honeycutt Powell's coming, too.
The Honeycutt Powell?
There's only one.
Fortunately.
Art, would you have time to show Mrs. Harvey around?
Oh, you bet.
Really?
Shall we?
Ah, great. Thank you.
Let me show you the layout. How long are you going to be in Malibu?
Oh, just for the summer.
Hi, Gail.
Hello, Alex.
Here it is, next week's script.
Cats? Forget it. I'm not doing an interview with a breeder of cats.
Not just cats. Mrs. Allen B. breeds Siamese cats. Look, the woman knows more about Siamese cats than Einstein knew about mathematics.
Terrific. Do you know what cats do in front of television cameras?
But not as messy as Jim.
No, but they turn into little statues.
Not Mrs. Allenby's cats. One of them is psychic.
That does it. A psychic cat.
It is. It only meows if a world leader is about to be assassinated.
No, Alex. Definitely not.
Okay, then come up with something better. What? Louder, dear. I can't hear you.
What about Thomas Wharton?
You've been holding out on me. When did you meet Wharton?
I haven't yet.
But you can't get to him.
You wanted a suggestion to your show? I suggested Thomas Wharton. You get to him.
Many have tried and all have failed. But then they didn't have your measurement.
Alex, now listen.
No, you listen, darling. Fact. You got a big league potential and you're stuck in the minors. Fact. Network is thinking about a new in-depth interview show. A nasty one. Fact. Tom Wharton is a legend. The man has covered up some of the dirtiest dealings of our time.
But nobody can get to him.
Except maybe you.
How?
You think yourself, dear.
Did you know that until the beginning of the century, only poor people came to the beach and seaside? Now it is the poor in spirit who race to the water's edge. The colony is the epitome of something. I just can't figure out what.
Try success.
I have, sir. To the colony, where gates and guards try to keep out the sordid and ugly and fail miserably.
Honeycutt, this is supposed to be a party.
And people only have me to their parties to be entertained by my prophecies of doom.
But you won't deliver them on talk shows.
I do, my dear girl. They edit them out.
It's a good thing for us they do.
Spoke like a true Malibuvian.
If you mean, do I own my own house? Yes, I do.
Ah, but it will disappear into the sea like all the others, according to him.
And also according to Ruskin and Carlyle, Wagner, Marx, all of whom have described the impending disaster far better than I can.
You're much too modest, Honeycutt. Anybody for seconds? Hmm?
Yes, thank you.
May I ask you a question?
Anybody for a jacuzzi?
Of course.
Would you guest on my show?
Does it pay well?
No, but we'd have lots of fun.
Fun. You have an odd sense of humor, Miss Hessian.
I wish you'd say yes.
Yes. Cool.
Well, that's one positive note.
Is he always so disgustingly bouncy?
Sort of.
And you jog, do push-ups, play golf,
Yeah.
tennis.
Yes, I'm guilty of that.
Yes. Oh, well, I had hope for the Midwest, but the plague has reached it, too.
You said that in your last book.
Oh, did I? I thought it was the one before.
Society is sick to the core, and it won't be cured by a chemotherapy of platitudes.
I hate people who memorize my sentences. But in your case, I make an exception.
Thank you. I could use it.
Honeycutt, the only reason I'd ever have an affair with you would be to find out if you ever shut your mouth.
He doesn't.
Don't believe her. We have never even discussed that. You'll have to find out for yourself, my dear.
Well, if anybody gets turned on by the moonlight, it's free. If anybody feels like clearing dishes,
I'll help.
I'll opt for the moonlight. What about next Wednesday?
For what?
The interview.
You were serious.
so how do you like the ambiance? So far, so good. I'm glad you're going to Dee's blowout. She always manages something really wild. I can't wait.
Is it always like this?
Do you know what I think of when I look at the moon?
What?
I've never had an affair with an astronaut.
I want to be an astronaut.
So, what should we do? Go for a walk on the beach or run naked into the ocean? Well, why don't we just get our feet wet?
Would you believe that I was once a waitress? Never. So you roped Honeycutt for the show, eh?
Roped and tied.
Well, then the dinner wasn't a whole waste, was it?
No, I'd like to thank you for putting us together. Could I ask you for one more favor?
Sure. Ask away.
I'd like to meet Thomas Wharton.
For business or pleasure?
Strictly business.
I don't usually give advice to the lovelorn. But where Wharton's concerned, I'll make an exception. He is very well connected and plays a very rough game. Stay away.
How do I meet him?
It's easy. All you have to do is commit grand larceny and hire him to defend you.
Now that you've got your feet wet. I didn't know this could be so much fun.
Is that it?
Yes, I think that does it.
You can't be serious.
We just happened to be here. They don't mean it.
What are you talking about? Who patronized who?
They patronized us.
How? Give me some specifics.
The only reason we were invited last night is because we rented this house. One dinner invitation comes with a lease, okay?
Then what about Dee's party? How come we're invited to that?
Didn't she tell you on your midnight stroll last night?
Now we're getting down to it. All right. Come on, let's have it. Come on.
I was just curious. What's her technique?
Nothing compared to yours.
Well, at least I don't do a strip in the middle of dinner.
How about that? She just took everything off and strolled into the jacuzzi. And nobody even looked.
Except you.
Well, you had to admit it was different. Do you really want to know what we talked about on the beach?
I can probably guess.
We talked about money and how to make it grow.
It sure didn't look like it.
Well, that's because you don't understand high finance, that's all. Do you know how she got rich?
Alimony.
But she used it right. Some guy at a party gave her a stock market tip, and she made over 2,000% on her investment. That's what living in Malibu can do for you.
What little tip did she give you last night?
As a matter of fact, she is onto something very good. But she isn't ready to talk about it right now.
Well, when she's ready, I'm sure you'll be willing and able.
Oh, put it away, please. You know she's not my type.
She's extremely attractive.
In an obvious way, of course she is. But for me, for the rest of today, all of my romantic thoughts go to Hooper's stainless steel kitchen products. You know, You know, when you're growing up and you have all kinds of dreams and big plans, the one thing you never figure is that you'll wind up as assistant marketing manager for Hooper's stainless steel kitchen products.
Sorry.
The ball game isn't over yet. This summer could change my life. Our lives.
No, Stan, we don't belong here.
Give me a chance, please. Believe me, we can hold our own with this crowd any day.
Mrs. Wharton?
Yes. Hello, I'm Gail Hessian. Yes, I know who you are, Miss Hessian.
Well, I should have called, but since we're practically neighbors, would you have a minute?
Oh, certainly. Come on in.
Thank you.
Come in.
Thank you. Oh. Oh, my, what a wonderful house. Makes the place I'm renting seem like a shack.
Oh, thank you. We're very comfortable here. Sit down.
Thank you. Well, I gather you're familiar with my show.
Oh, yes.
Then you know how wide-ranging our subject matter is.
Yes?
Well, we do have a sizable audience in this area, and it's a very intelligent and aware audience. Our viewers like their share of glamour and chit-chat, but they do care about issues, too. Important issues.
Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you. I just promised I'd stay a minute. As I was saying...
Your viewers care for important issues.
Yes. I must admit, I've been rather opportunistic spending my summer here in Malibu. I've already had Rich Bradley on the show, and Honeycutt Powell promised to appear.
That should be very interesting.
But I haven't done anything meaty. With anyone from here, that is. It's my fault. I'm sorry, but I didn't find out until yesterday that you were so active in ecological organizations.
Oh, I see. Yes, I would like to save at least part of the planet.
Oh, marvelous. That would be a perfect opening line.
My husband never gives interviews, Miss Hessian.
Your husband?
Thomas Wharton. Isn't that why you're here? Do you really think you're the first person who tried to get to my husband through me?
Mrs. Wharton, I think you've misunderstood me.
No, I don't think so. You see, I have seen your show a few times. And as you said, you are an opportunist. And my organization has written to your program, and to your network, and to you, and we have always received blunt refusals. Polite, but blunt. Didn't you say you only required a minute of my time?
Excuse me. Have you seen a Doberman? Black with white spots, drools a lot.
No! Is he lost?
Don't ask me. I hate Dobermans. Any man who hates children and dogs can't be all bad. W.C. Fields said that, but I have better diction. I'm Rich Bradley.
As if I didn't know. I'm Linda Harvey.
As if I didn't know.
What's the name of your show? Panhandle.
One of them.
Well, my whole sorority watched it every Thursday night.
I suddenly feel a lot older.
No! Do you ever stop?
I can't break my rhythm now. I have another mile to do. If I make it back, will you have something cold to drink waiting?
Well, how about some ice-cold, freshly squeezed orange juice?
I love you. I love you. I love you.
Good morning! Morning!
Hi.
Hi.
Want to play?
That's why I'm here.
Warmed up?
Yes.
What it cost you to get out off the court?
I never give away my professional secrets, do you?
You serve. Out.
I thought that was in.
No, it was out. Definitely out.
And you're nothing if not definite, are you, Mr. Wharton?
Sir.
Well, you are vulnerable after all.
Only when I'm distracted.
I'll keep that in mind.
So will I.
If there was nobody on the line, you leave a name or number?
No. Art, can you give her a few more minutes? She slipped me $10.
Hey, Dad, don't do that to me again, okay?
Yes, sir.
I understand my wife kicked you out of the house.
Well, we talked first.
I still don't give interviews. Let's see how your forehand is. You know what your backhand is like.
Oh,
It hurt? What did you sprain it?
I hope not.
Come on, stand it. A little weight on it.
Oh.
You can walk out. Take you to lunch.
Orange juice. Quick.
I'm coming. How is it?
The orange juice is fine, but I'm not too crazy about the change in costume.
Oh, too bad. My bank manager prefers this outfit.
You're not going to bank now.
It closes at 3.
Husband's supposed to do the banking.
He's at the office today.
He's out of his mind.
Thanks. Well, don't drink it too fast. You'll get cramps.
He play football?
Who?
Hubby. While the sorority was watching me on television, was he out there destroying linebackers?
No, track.
Hammer throw?
High hurdles.
Still out of his mind. What's he drive?
Why?
I want to know which car, pulling into the driveway's my cue to jump out the bedroom window.
You can't mistake it. It has Wisconsin license plates. See you.
And then one day I asked myself, who has a better life? Secretary Gail Hessian or movie star Elizabeth Taylor?
Ooh, tough question.
Right. Took me almost a second to figure out the answer. So I looked into the mirror, full-length mirror, totally objective, and I said, what has she got that I haven't? Besides beauty, brains, talent, success, and money.
Well, you weren't being totally objective.
Is this my autobiography or your cross-examination?
Continue, continue. I'm spellbound.
Where was I?
Beauty, brains, talent.
Right. Well, the beauty, brains, and talent part I couldn't do anything about, but the success and money, that was still there. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. So, Secretary leaves job, Joins TV station, claws and connives.
All the way to the top.
Well, to the top of the foothill. But there are mountains out there, big, beautiful mountains.
Which you do intend to climb.
You bet. Now, see how easy it is?
What?
Being interviewed. I told all, bared my soul, and it didn't even hurt a bit. Now, why don't you try it?
I may not have a soul to bear.
Oh, it's possible. Very possible. All right. So we stick to the externals.
All right.
College, law school. I'd say definitely Princeton.
University of Michigan.
Exit tiger, enter Wolverine. Okay. Law degree in hand, you venture forth into the cold, cruel world. How did you get from there to here?
Beauty, brains, talent.
I didn't know that a certain not-so-reputable union official appreciated that sort of thing.
Oh, well, then you don't understand the disreputable.
Tell me more.
What about me or about the disreputable union official?
Both. And throw in some of your clients.
Well, some are more disreputable than others.
Well, for instance?
Well, for instance, there's this, what's this? Oh, you almost made me forget. Well, the Bar Association's hypersensitive about protecting clients' privacy and confidential information, all those silly things like that.
What does the Bar Association know?
Well, that's another thing the Bar Association's very sensitive about.
Okay. End of interview. Completely painless, right?
Well, so far.
No, that's it. So why don't you do something exactly like this on my show?
Well, this one isn't finished yet.
I don't know what you mean.
Oh, sure you do. Waiter, check.
Thanks for the lunch.
Don't make it sound so fine. I like you. I want to see you again.
Has anyone ever told you you're very attractive?
Let's see. If I say no, then you'll say, then where'd you get the idea?
Miss Hessian has excellent configuration, especially on this side right there.
Now you tell me. From now on, right profiles only.
That's perfect, Diana.
I think a little bit deeper eyeshadow.
It's perfect. Would you excuse us? We have to go over this.
All right. It's your show.
That's right, Diana.
What's that?
Look, Honeycutt Powell is overexposed. I mean, everybody's heard everything he's had to say about everything.
What is it?
Just some suggested questions.
Oh, you've really got a rotten mind.
Could be provocative.
Could be disastrous for me.
Look, you just give me some nice, vicious byplay going. I can show it to New York and get them primed for the Tom Horton show.
There isn't going to be a Tom Horton show. He won't have anything to do with it.
Then we'll do without him. Look, you hatch at Powell today, the network becomes aware of you, and then we'll just do a pay-stub job in Morton. Your future, darling.
Viewed from the summit of reason, all of life looks like a malignant disease, and the world like a madhouse.
You're implying that you stand on the summit of reason.
I rarely stand when I can sit. It's one of the advantages of being grossly overweight.
But let's stay with this summit of reason for a moment. Where exactly is it?
Uh-huh. Right here.
Now, that statement is your stock in trade. You've made arrogance pay, haven't you?
Definitely not. A lot of stupid people are arrogant. It is not necessarily a profitable characteristic.
All right, back to the summit of reason. Viewed from this expensive and elegant home in Malibu, just what are these terrible things that you see in the world?
Everything.
You know something? I find myself believing everything you say, and yet I don't think you believe any of it.
Oh, but I do. Profound.
Then why don't you stick your neck out by offering something positive?
Would you recognize a positive statement if you heard one?
Try me.
People have to care about each other.
You surprise me. Of all the platitudes in the book, I didn't expect that one.
Platitudes? Your whole show is a platitude.
Try again, Mr. Powell.
All right. Perhaps you will accept a paraphrase of Chekhov. People have to start giving from their hearts instead of from their bank accounts.
Very nice. And what do you give?
To whom?
Anybody. You've never married, have you?
Unfortunately not. Marriage has many pains, but celibacy has no pleasures. Johnson said that. Dr. Samuel Johnson, not Lyndon Johnson.
Are you saying that you're celibate?
No, I'm quoting Dr. Johnson.
But why haven't you married?
The ideal woman has never, ever proposed to me.
Well, describe her, this ideal woman.
Well, let's see. She is finished with analysis, of course. All of her teeth have already been capped, and her mother is very rich and very dead.
And the ideal man?
Oh, you tell me.
Haven't you ever thought about it?
In what way?
Well, certainly even on the summit of reason, when a male shows complete disinterest in women, he's suspected of being gay.
Are you suggesting that I...
Isn't it about time that you came out of the closet? Aren't you gay, Mr. Powell?
Oh, how dare you! How dare you! All right, stop it! Now you stop everything! All right, stop it! Now you stop this camera! You stop this right now! Stop this camera right now! You get out of my house! You get out of my house!
Mr. Mahoney! Wilson! Whoa! Hey, these guys. No, good dog. No. Easy. No, nice dog. No. Hey, Wilson! Whoa.
Yes, sir?
Is Mr. Mahoney at home?
Mr. Mahoney can't be disturbed, sir.
Oh, well, just tell him it's Charlie Wiggum, please. He's expecting this. I promised him I would drop it off, but if he has a minute, I would like to talk to him about it.
Mr. Mahoney can't be disturbed, sir.
Oh. I see. Perhaps you could tell him that there are a couple of things in the script I'm not completely happy with yet, but they're very easy to fix. No, he'll know what I mean.
I'm sure he will, sir.
Tell him I'm keeping everything crossed until I get his reaction.
Everything crossed. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Silly butler. Right.
Hello.
No, I only say things I don't mean to my rich clients and charge them accordingly.
Is this just another obscene phone call?
Not exactly, but I meant it. I do want to see you again.
Well, you have a standing invitation to do my show.
Well, I'm considering it. In fact, I'm considering taking a nice long walk along the beach. Too considerate. Any chance of our running into each other? Good. You'll recognize me. I'll be the one who's not jogging. Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I thought maybe we'd take a little drive up along the coast and stop and have a drink or something.
Oh, no, Tom. Thanks a lot, but no. Mm-mm.
We can talk about the great interview.
Before or after we make love?
Possibly both. Possibly neither.
And the doorman is discreet, and the maid is both blind and deaf.
It's not that way, you know that.
Do I? If we're gonna have a relationship, it has to be both ways. No sneaking around, no back booths in dark, out-of-the-way restaurants.
Okay.
Completely honest, Tom. Honest and out in the open.
When?
Dee Stouffer's party, and you pay me lots of attention.
I never go to colony parties.
I'd like you to make an exception this time.
All right. All right, I'll be there.
And that one belonged to Clara Bow. He was before your time. And mine.
I know.
That thing with the pink shutters book. Ronald Coleman.
I love his voice.
Yeah, who didn't? Of course, he was just summer and weekend places then. Malibu was a long way from Hollywood. In fact, until about the mid-'60s, the only resident big-time movie star out here was Lana Turner. Yeah, you back that away. The marvelous person, Lana. Folks call her. There you see the house that TV Residuals built. Can I entice you inside?
There he is.
Matt, please. Please don't. Please don't go out there.
I'm the one Morgan wants.
You haven't got a chance against Morgan and his 3 gunslingers.
Only 3? I like those odds.
That wasn't bad, was they? You can see better from over here.
This is fine.
Matt, don't be a hero. It's not worth it.
You sure you wouldn't like a little freshly squeezed orange too?
Trying to follow the flow.
Even I couldn't do that. Are you sure that you and your sorority sister spent your nights this way?
You weren't on every night.
Still keep in touch with any of those sorority girls?
Mm-hmm. A few.
Can tell about us.
That I met you? Probably.
How about that you more than met me?
Well, I might mention that I was in your bedroom and that you're completely faithful to your wife.
Who says?
You. I heard you say that on an interview with Gail Hessian.
Do people in the suburbs really believe what they hear on television?
I believed it.
That we should be making love, not just talking.
Maybe talking's more fun.
Oh, you underestimate me, darling. This beautiful summer could be over before we know it, and we both hate ourselves as we let it go to waste. One thing I could never accept was rejection.
No, Rich, please.
Okay. Okay. You tell me that your marriage is perfect in every way, and we'll just be platonic friends. How about 98% perfect?
It's not fair.
What is? All right, just say that you're not attracted to me, or that you're not even tempted. Or how about that your husband is completely faithful to you? I know. Look, just relax, darling. Just relax. Think about all those sorority sisters agreeing with you.
Oh, no!
Hey, darling.
You and your men, throw down your guns and get out of town. Morgan, throw down your guns.
Okay, that's another possibility. What else you got?
There's a Mrs. Caperni in West L.A., Mrs. Angela Caperni.
Yeah, what about her?
She was one of his first clients. He won the case.
Why not? Rule number 1. Give every hatchet job a sense of balance. Fair play and all that.
Apparently, Mrs. Caperni kept a pet cheetah. In a cage, of course, but the neighbors objected.
Forget it.
Why?
How do we make the jump from a defender of cheetahs to a defender of a crooked union official? Didn't he ever defend any axe murderers?
Not that I know of.
Wonderful.
So what do we have so far?
Let's see. Demolition guy. He'll say Wharton helped push through the permits.
Helped is not incriminating.
All right, the hotel clerk.
So Mr. Wharton's suite was paid for.
Some of the meetings were held in his suite.
Yes, 2 room waiters will swear to that.
Did they hear anything?
Everybody stopped talking whenever they came in.
Suspicious? Damn suspicious, given the right inflection.
Then there's Mr. X.
Who's Mr. X?
He's a union business agent.
Boy, oh boy.
I had to promise him we wouldn't use his name.
Done.
He has to be shot from behind. Silhouette stuff only.
Done.
How much is he willing to say?
Everything he knows.
We got him. We got him good. We got him good.
Yes, I think we have. Not bad, partner.
You're my inspiration.
You're gonna beat them in the finals?
Piece of cake.
I think you've been in the sun too long.
Love, triple match point.
Hey, partner, let's have a nice big ace.
Did I mention that our show about you is shaping up just fine?
Evil.
Game, set, and match. Miss Hessian and Mr. Wharton, 6 love. They now advance to the finals.
Thank you. It was a strange time to lay that little piece of news on me.
I thought my timing was perfect.
You have something on tape?
Oh, yes.
You gonna show it to me?
Anytime you'd like.
He was a gentleman, a real gentleman. Husband might cheat, I liked him right from the beginning. Mr. Watson played with him like with a poodle.
Yeah, I've got the scars to prove it, too.
Oscar never hurt nobody. But the people next door, they don't know from cheetahs.
But you still defended it.
It belonged to my client. What else you got on me?
Plenty.
As far as I'm concerned, after San Francisco comes Mr. Washington.
Not bad billing.
No, they ate more than they drank. Mostly wine. One of them was, well, kind of particular about the wine.
And they behaved furtively whenever you came in.
Well, I don't know from furtively. Well, yeah, it was kind of furtively. Yeah. Because they had all these papers around, you know, and they kept tucking them away, like I was going to peek or something. And they'd always start talking football. Like, as soon as I walk in the room, everybody starts talking football, you know? It wasn't natural. Well, is there anything else you'd like me to say?
Mighty suspicious.
Any honest lawyer would kick you right out of bed.
Not when I show them Mr. X.
Oh, Mr. X. Mr. X, of course. What's a good smear without Mr. X, huh? Who is he?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Who?
No comment.
Who?
Now, if I told you, I'd be a fake.
Some of my best friends are things.
Call this a friendship?
Frankly, darling, you don't have a damn thing.
Except Mr. X.
Oh, if I have to make a guess, I guess that your mysterious Mr. X is, Louis Krause. Good old Louis. He's been trying to get on television for years. But if I have to make another guess, I'd say that, he won't tell you a damn thing.
Why not?
He just won't.
Well, Mr. X, who may or may not be the person that you say, has promised to tell all.
He'll change his mind.
No, you'll change his mind. You'll make sure of that.
Hey, listen. Come on, I think we got something working here between us. Now, I can't tell how far we're going to take it or how much it's going to be worth. It does have possibilities, huh? Huh? Why don't you forget about this stupid hatchet job? It's not going to help our relationship. That's not going to work anyway.
It might.
I mean, it's really worth that much to you?
Something between us. Possibilities, promises of more. How do I know that you mean what you say? And you're not using some sort of a technique like on that jury to save that lousy cheetah.
Faith, what do you want? I mean, there's a thing called trust.
And something called success, which you have and I have a chance for.
Success? Fame and fortune? We're not going to get that right in my bag.
Is that a threat?
No, it's not a threat. It's a statement of fact. Anyway, whatever happens, none of this has anything at all to do with a really important thing, our tennis partnership. We're going to win that mixed double championship, and I'm going to practice on Thursday. How's your time?
I'm sorry, I can't do it on Thursday. We're taping Mr. X at 10.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Do you love the irony?
Sherry? Hey, he's home.
Hello, hey! Hey, hey! Sherry! Sherry! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! What the hell are you doing here? I've been looking all over for you. I told you to stay away from those bums. Didn't I tell you that? I'm out of my mind here worrying. Drowned, there's something worse.
Don't speak to me.
Listen, I had a day I wouldn't wish on a critic.
I told you not to speak to me, Charlie.
You and your moods.
I am not a poodle, Charlie.
Yes and no. Poodles can be very lovable.
Okay, what do you want to speak to me about?
I already told you I was out of my mind with worry here.
Well, you didn't have to stand there yelling at me, Charlie. You didn't have to embarrass me in front of my friends.
Friends? Who? What? Those phony punks?
They're my peer group.
All right, I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
What do you want, Charlie?
You know what I want. Hey, you know, I'm getting a little tired of these moods of yours.
Well, it's your fault. I was in a terrific mood. I couldn't wait for you to get home. I had this big surprise waiting for you.
What surprise?
You ruined it. I was real happy.
What surprise?
Doesn't matter anymore.
Yes, it does. It does. It really does.
Charlie.
That's better. Come on. Where's my surprise? Come on, I want my surprise.
Okay, well, you wait right here and don't move. Okay?
Who's gonna move? Phil Coleman, please. Yes, it's very important. Tell him it's Charlie Wiggum, all right? Hey, Philly babe, how you doing, kiddo? Yeah, well, I'm in a little squeeze here. I have some CDs maturing next month, but if I cash out early, I'd take this big bank penalty. Oh, 1,500 would carry me. It's okay. Don't worry. It's all right. There's no problem. Don't worry about it. All right, yeah, okay. Listen, hey, regards home, yeah?
Ta-da! Well,
Okay, I give up. What is it?
You don't like it.
I love it. Well, what is it?
It's a riding outfit.
For what?
For riding.
You don't ride. You don't know what giddy up means.
So you don't have to know how to ride in order to wear a riding outfit.
Why else?
That's dumb, Charlie. That's like saying you have to be in a coffin in order to wear a tuxedo.
There are lots of places you can wear a tux.
I just don't like it.
I like it, I like it, I like it. How much?
The lady who waited on me said it made me look like Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
How much?
It was reduced. $6.95.
I got news for you. The whole thing goes back.
Thanks a lot, Charlie.
Just, whoa, hey. Wait a minute, Sherry. Sherry, come on now, baby. What is this with the code here? Sherry, don't get crazy on me now, you hear? Don't, what are you doing here? Now listen, all right, babe, listen, honey, listen to me for half a minute, all right? Come on, 30 seconds, just please, just stop crying for 30 seconds. Sherry, come on, baby. Hey, you know, I'm a little bit older than you, remember? Now, I know that having what you want is one thing. Having it when you want is something else. I'm not saying you can't have a riding outfit. I'm just saying that there's a time and a place. All right. Hey, it's just a suggestion. You know that my girl can have anything she wants. Eh?
Did you really like it, Charlie?
It's sensational. It's perfect.
Charlie?
Mm-hmm.
The one that really blew my mind was only $200 more.
Are you sure it's okay to enter on the beach side?
We can come down the chimney if we want.
Oh, sweet, accommodating, Dean. The natives at play.
Oh, come on, Linda. Enjoy.
I intend to.
Oh, and my wife, Laura.
Hi, I can't tell you how happy I am to meet you. I'm looking forward to meeting all Wilson's friends.
Well, in the first place, my dear, I have very few friends. And secondly, you'll be well on your way before you meet the rest of them.
On my way to where?
To stardom, of course. Excuse me.
Don't worry about the cake. Just add a little more wheat German. Wheat German, Scotch. Ugh. Sure. Tomorrow morning I'm going to wake up hungover, but healthier.
Well, it certainly seems to work for you. I'd give half my Scandinavian royalties for that waistline.
I'll take it. Listen, I don't know how your books are selling in Scandinavia, but they are gold mines.
You know it, baby.
What did I tell you, huh? Everybody's dressed up but you. You've got half a Saks Fifth Avenue in your closet. You've got to wear these schmucks.
But Charlie, they go with my mood. I gotta go with my mood.
Hey, you stay away from those bums. You're with me. You got to show some dignity tonight.
Why?
Never mind. And don't talk to Wilson Mahoney. Whatever you do, you don't tell him you read my script.
But Charlie, I like your script. It's just that I don't see why the hero has to be so old.
He's 57. 57 is not old.
Just add a few.
Excuse me just a minute.
Mary, anyway, let me tell you, it's the best thing I've done. I've got the heroine in the jungle. She's surrounded by natives who are very, very primitive, you know, morally, sexually. And there are predatory animals all around. You know, actually, it's not that different from this place.
Excuse me, Amanda.
Now that I think it over.
Hey, they're not gonna run out of that stuff, you know.
Well, this is a party. Dee's party. Dear, darling Dee.
Tom?
Yeah.
Tom, please don't. Tom, I like it here. And I like our house. And I've accepted our relationship, and I won't have anything changed.
Can we talk about this some other time?
Now, I want to talk about... Oh, thank you. You have your condominium in town. And there are a lot of those grubby little motels, and I don't care what you do there, not anymore. But all these people are my friends and my neighbors, and I won't have you flaunting here in front of them.
I will do what I choose to do.
Not here. Not where I live. And I'll make you wish you hadn't.
You know I don't like ultimatums, Mary.
You just had one. It's the deal.
Done.
What's that all about?
Meet my new partner.
Oh, careful. He's going to take your ex-husbands for all they've got.
There's nothing left.
Just teaming up for the doubles match.
Oh.
He says we can't lose.
I never lose. Or haven't you noticed that?
I've noticed.
What's a paste-up interview?
What do you mean, what's a paste-up interview?
I mean, what's a paste-up interview?
Some people are inaccessible for whatever reason, so we interview several people who know them and put those together to form a composite portrait.
Neat. Well, if you ever want to do one about Charlie, I've got a lot to talk about.
You figure her out.
Well, here we are, out in the open, nothing concealed. And you certainly have my attention.
Well, it's a beginning.
If I could remember your name, I'd introduce you.
What do you think you're doing? That's enough.
Oh, not nearly. To dear, darling Dee.
Let me tell you something about dear darling Dee. She gave me a tip on the stock. I bought it when she told me to, and I sold it when she told me to. And I made over $3,000 thanks to her.
Are you having an affair?
With her? It's fun and games, Linda. That's all it is. It's fun and games.
Do the same rules apply to my fun and games?
It depends. If it's Clinton Redmond, I'm worried.
Hint number one. It isn't Clinton Redmond. Thank you.
Oh, Wilson, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
I take it you haven't read the script yet?
Script? What script?
Charlie!
Not now. I gave it to your butler. Dropped it off personally. Pale Moon Rising.
It has a purple cover.
Fuchsia, damn it. Fuchsia.
If you'll excuse me.
But wait, we talked about it in the coffee shop. You said you were going to read it.
In the first place, I do not recall the conversation. And secondly, I object strongly to pushy little producers trying to use me.
Fuchsia.
He says you made quite a little killing in the market.
Yeah, it wasn't so little.
Well, that's what I like to hear. Mining stock? That's good thinking. You take the big risk, and you make the big profits. Except it isn't that big when you know what you're doing, right?
Well, that's what I always hope.
There are a couple of things coming up.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
I never talk business at parties. We'll get together sometime.
Come on, Christina. You've got to tell me how to get in shape like you.
Well, you can start by coming to my exercise classes.
Oh, that. All right, I will.
Regularly.
Sure I will. Sure you will. I will.
Amanda Settles. The Lust in the Dust, Amanda Settles.
Mm-hmm. The very same one who wrote Orgy in the Ozarks.
And 20 other bestsellers, all based on her repressed fantasies.
You know, on our 3rd anniversary, my second husband tried one of the things that he had read in her book.
And what happened?
He slipped a disc. Or was it my third husband on our second anniversary?
How many husbands has she had? Who counts?
Now, excuse me, you look like an intelligent person.
She is.
What would you do if you had the opportunity to do an iffy Broadway show or guaranteed 6 months in The King and I?
Well, the King and I, definitely.
You're right.
Jane Dennison, Linda Harvey.
Hello, Linda.
How do you do?
Excuse me.
My pleasure.
Christina?
I'd like you to meet Linda.
Hi, Linda. I'm Christina Roberts, your local health nut.
Always happy to meet a health nut.
When you and your husband get settled in, you must come to dinner. Oh, and you too, Laura. And I won't ask you. You insist on meat. Daily.
Laura Bonnell, Linda. Linda Harvey, you met her husband, Art?
Of course, at the tennis court.
Nice to meet you, Linda. Excuse me. Can you handle it by yourself now?
You bet I can, thank you.
Dee. Oh. You know, you're looking positively glowing. Is it that new divorce, or is it that new boyfriend?
No, darling, it's the red meat and vodka.
Uh-huh. I hear he is a computerized Tarzan.
Well, don't believe everything you hear.
He's from Milwaukee or something. Everyone to his own taste.
It's incredible. It's always the writers who drink too much.
I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a drunk, don't you?
Heck, I don't know. Are you?
Only when I'm very unhappy.
We'll have to do something about that.
Art, you're just the guy I want to see. Will you please tell my wife she is not the worst tennis player in town?
How bad are you?
Terrible.
I think I can safely assure you we have members on our roster worse than that.
Oh, no.
Well, I've been after her to take lessons. Why don't you teach her yourself?
Sure. If you want me to.
I suddenly feel convinced.
Hi. Everybody having a good time?
Great party, Dee.
Oh, thanks.
You should get divorced more often.
Cute. Oh, look who's coming in.
Hey, Jesse, how you doing? How are you? Good to see you.
Oh, Dee. I thought you weren't speaking to him anymore.
I wasn't. But he sent me flowers. Now, what's a girl to do?
Hint number 2, he just walked in.
I think I found myself a lot.
May I have my husband back, Miss Hessian?
I told you to stay away from him.
Hiya, Bobby. Hiya. How you doing? Who is that guy?
Oh, Oscar, keep the juices flowing. The fun's just beginning.